Welcome to the Collaborative Cookbook. Today we are going to be making tortillas. Now I have had this recipe for years. I found it on Pinterest and I will link it down below for you if I can find it again. If not, I will have it written out at the end for you. But yeah, these tortillas are super soft. I've been making them for years and now I'm going to show you how to make them. Let's go ahead and jump into it. Okay, we're going to start with 3 cups of flour. Now you're not going to want to pack your flour in super tight, but make sure the cup is full. Now we're going to add in a teaspoon of baking soda. I like this baking soda because it is aluminum free. Then we're going to also add a teaspoon of salt. Before we add any of our wet ingredients, you're going to want to make sure you mix up the dry ingredients really thoroughly. We don't want any big chunks of salt in there. Now we're going to add in 1/3 cup of oil. And then when you add in your water, you're going to make sure it is nice and warm. It doesn't need to be boiling or anything. I just throw the whole cup of water in because I've made this recipe a million times. And I know if the flour is not packed in, it will be perfect. If this is your first time following the recipe, go ahead and add it in little by little. And if you do need a little bit more water, just add it in to make sure that your dough is not super dry. I also like to mix up the dough with a fork or something at first until it's not super sticky. And then I get in there and I knead it with my hands. But I hate when it just gets all in my nails and on my fingers and it sticks to my hands. So I mix it with the fork first. But you are going to want to get in there with your hands and then start kneading it. And then you're going to want your bowl to look like this, okay? You don't want anything sticking to the side of the bowl. The dough should be able to come out and it shouldn't have any dry flour still on the sides. But you're just going to go ahead and fold that in, make sure everything is incorporating, and knead it for a little bit on the counter if you'd like, or in the bowl. Just make sure all the ingredients are incorporated. I saw this cute little hack to put some flour in an old seasoning jar, and it works perfectly. You're going to sprinkle some flour out on the counter, and then you're going to make little balls, and then you're just going to plop it right there on the flour. Now, the size doesn't really matter. If you want bigger tortillas, make the balls bigger. If you want them smaller, make them smaller. As you can see, mine do not match in size. They are just all over the place. But I make small ones and bigger ones because I make different things with them. And this is the best part. I'm going to show you later in the video why I am making these 3 tiny little dough balls. It's the best part. Then you are going to cover them and let them rest for 30 minutes. Here is my distraction on the daily. Now, you're going to fill a little bowl with some oil. And if you have one of these little, I don't know what they're called, get one because they are so good. You're going to go ahead and just uncover these balls and they should be a little kind of crunchy. You can see you can push on into them. They're a little crunchy. You're going to flour your surface and start rolling them. You want to kind of start from the middle and push out, but it is okay if they are not perfectly circular. As you can see, mine are a hot mess, but they taste delicious. Just do your best, okay? Just do your best. All right, then you're going to plop it on your nice, hot, oiled skillet, okay? I'm using cast iron. I have used stainless steel in the past, but this works the best. Make sure it is hot, okay? If it is not hot, it is not going to cook up right. Now, your pan needs to be hot, but do not put it on a high setting. You want it low and slow, but hot, okay? Make sure there's some oil on there. You could see when you first put it down, you're going to get some bumps popping up, some bubbles, and that's what you want to see. Wait about 30 seconds and then you're going to flip it. Now, when I first started making these, I literally set a 30-second timer and it would ding and I would flip it and so on and so forth. But you just kind of get the hang of it and about 30 seconds is fine. Now go ahead and just keep going and rolling them out and put them on the pan, trading them out. If you get in a good rhythm, you know, it goes pretty quick, but it does take me about an hour or so to make these tortillas. However, I do make a bunch of small ones, so if you make them bigger, you probably wouldn't have as many to make. You know, just make them how you want, but just know, cut out a good little amount of time because this does take a while. Okay, now that we are going to be done making tortillas, we are going to take all that leftover oil and warm it up in the skillet, and we are going to be making little bitty sopapillas. Okay, so this is the best part. Make sure that oil is piping hot. You're gonna roll it out just like you did the tortillas, put it in there, and you're gonna see these are going to bubble up a lot more. Don't leave them too long. I don't have a precise second kind of thing. Just keep an eye on them. Make sure they are not getting too browned. I like to just lift them up and get the sides, you know, browned a little bit. Of course, if you had a lot of oil and they were floating in it, you probably don't have to do that, but this is the leftover oil. I don't want to waste a ton by warming a bunch up, so I just put them on their side. But yeah, they're gonna poof up and you can just put them on their side or not, and they are little baby sopapillas.
Now I know there is specific sopapilla dough, so don't come for me, okay?
Okay, these came out so good, even after burnt one, but they just came out so bendy. You can see, put them out. So this is seriously my go-to tortilla recipe. Like, love the tortillas. Love them. Move over tortillas. Because this is what I've been looking forward to. I am so excited for these. I always save some of those little dough balls for little sopapillas because I love to just put some butter, honey, and cinnamon. It's like my little treat for cooking all of those tortillas. Because it does take a while. It takes like an hour or so. I just put some butter on. Then I just drizzle some honey. Cinnamon. Best part of making tortillas is the little treat at the end. I hope you had some fun making the tortillas with me. If you do make them or you make the little sopapillas, then go ahead and let me know. I would love to hear about it. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe, share this video, and just help the channel grow. See you guys for the next recipe.